I think one reason that I really love video editing is because I can get rid of my mistakes. I can get rid of other people's mistakes sometimes too. I told you that after I gave the presentation last week on PowerPoint, I went back and I edited that speech video. And there's a section in there where I miscued something. I fast forwarded through something and I had to go back. I was able to just clip that right out. On another occasion, we did table topics as testimonials to the Toastmasters experience in Club Awesome in specific. And there's a piece where Michael is giving this great story of how he told his wife that he was doing this, and she said, "Why do you do that? You're already a good speaker." And after coming a couple times, he told her, "Yeah, but these people have a different gear." And right in the middle of that, you hear ding, because the odd counter decided that they had to get into the act. And fortunately, he pauses right there because he's stunned by the bell, right? And so I was just able to cut that whole piece out, and you don't really notice it. The video probably jumps a little bit. But here is some of how you would do that. Now first, when we do the video here in the club, really what I'm trying to do is capture some of this great content that we're creating here on the fly, and sometimes capture content that maybe we didn't do as well as we wanted to, and share it privately with the speaker so that they can see how they might improve next time. And I have just a couple of tips for anybody who gets to sit up front and do the video roll as Alex is today. I always tell people, don't try and be Spielberg. You don't have to pan all around the room. Just try and keep the speaker in the frame of the camera. So keep the zoom out wide. We keep the camera close to the speakers because we're not using any special lapel mic or anything to pick up the sound. So we want to make sure that you can hear the speech. Otherwise, as a speech video, it's not so great. And don't try and pan over and deal with the slides. If it's that fantastic a speech, maybe we can splice in something with the slides later. And this is my current pet peeve, is since we started using the camera, a lot of people will start the video and they'll click on the pause button. I want you to stop between video clips so that I wind up with a distinct video clip for each person. I can upload them straight to YouTube from the phone and get on with things. Now to show you how this works, I'm actually going to share a tutorial that a friend of mine, Chris Gold, made. She and her husband travel around the country visiting RV parks and giving computer tutorials. And this is her tutorial on how to use the free editor built into Windows 10. This is an example of taking B's speech from a couple of weeks ago. This was the life lessons from quotations. And what I did was I just edited out the beginning as he's walking to the front of the room. So often when I do a speech video, I'll have just the moment where they're shaking the Toastmaster's hand and the Toastmaster's walking off the stage, and where they get set and start presenting. And I'll trim off anything at the end. And the reason I want to show you that tutorial from Chris is it also shows how you can take something out of the middle. So this is a free editor that's built into Windows 10 that will allow you to do some basic trimming. And you can actually load several video clips in here if you're trying to combine them. You can also load in a still image. So this is just a little title slide that says Club Awesome, has the logo, and has our web address. So I put that at the end just as a way of trying to brand this. So the point of that is actually maybe not that you'll use that particular tool, but that is a tool that is available for free if you are on Windows 10. Now, if you're an Apple user, you get iMovie. That also comes free as part of your iPhone, your iPad, and the Mac version is actually very powerful. It's comparable to some professional editing tools. Now they all have this concept of a timeline, or Windows 10's tool called it a storyboard. But the timeline is where you assemble all your different clips and you can trim and cut. This is another Geeks on Tour tutorial showing the Google Photos tool, which is available on Android and iOS devices. And that also allows you to trim. So these are a bunch of different video clips that she's assembled into one thing, and this is the beginning marker and the end marker showing how she's trimmed. So, you know, it takes some nice fingertip control to do that on a phone, but you actually can do a lot of this on the phone. And actually within YouTube, if you have uploaded a video to YouTube and you want to trim off just the beginning and the end and maybe a little bit in between, there's a trim tool in here too. So the principle is just that you want to trim it down to just the parts that show you off at your best or show your subject off at their best, and then you want to share it. You want to share it with all creation. So you can upload to YouTube, upload to Facebook. Often if I want to get particularly good Facebook engagement, instead of posting the YouTube link to Facebook, I'll post it to both. Because if you post something directly into Facebook, people can see it playing directly in Facebook, and they're more likely to pay attention to it. You can also upload videos into Twitter, although then you're going to have to work harder with your editing, because just like it's, what, 280 characters now? Yeah. They want you to have a short video, so maximum 2.5 minutes, something like 45 seconds might be better. So these are all things that you can do with video editing tools. Trim, create, and share your creations. Mr. Toastmaster.